Bonjour à tous, François Mackay pour Écho du marché. Bienvenue. Cette semaine, on s'entretient avec nul autre que Monsieur Patrick Bates. Mr. Bates, how are you?
Very good.
Welcome to the show.
Thank you very much.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Very happy to have you on the show.
Likewise.
So, you're a broker at Groupe Mackay. Écho du marché, it's a French name, but it's a bilingual show. So we interview in French or English, and we're very proud to have all of our real estate agent on the show, real estate brokers on the show, to tell us more about their career, what's happening in real estate. There's a lot of people watching us right now, or that's going to watch us, and that are either buyers, sellers, real estate investors. Maybe they're looking to lease, refinance, whatever. I know you can help them with that. So, guys, when you're watching this show, if ever you want to speak with Pat, we'll have all of his information so you can continue the conversation with Mr. Bates here. So, Pat, it's okay if I call you Pat, right? All right, good.
No problem.
So, Pat, some people call him Pat AI too, because he's Mr. AI. So we're going to talk about that. But first, I would like to know a bit, who is Patrick Bates? Where do you come from? And a bit of your career that led you to real estate.
What led me to real estate? It's
Yeah.
highly political, but I'll
Oh, yeah?
I'll give you
Political.
the political. It's very political.
That's okay. That's funny. Okay.
But
Curious to know that.
So back in 2014, I was a stay-at-home dad, taking care of the kids. My wife and I. My wife, who is, by the way, owner of a store.
Metro and Lachine.
Yeah.
Marie-Josée. Hi.
So we decided that I'd stay home. She'd focus on her career, and I'd, take care of the kids.
Yeah.
And at some point, when the kids are like too cool to hang out with mom and dad, I decided to move into real estate. But that move to real estate has been a long time thing that I've been thinking over. And the reason I said why it's political, basically, a short answer form is because I want to secure my family's future.
Yes.
Long answer is because I want to offset the social credit system.
Okay. Offset the social credit system.
Yes.
Okay. So tell me more about that. How will you offset?
So the social credit
social
system,
credit,
in a nutshell, because you don't have a 4-day podcast.
No, no, I don't.
In a nutshell, it's.
But again, if someone wants to reach out for a 4-day.
In a nutshell, it's unelected officials who impose restrictions on people, and through big tech, big government, big pharma, you'll be evaluated on a point system.
Okay.
And this point system, which will be linked to your
Like
carbon,
our
carbon
credit
footprint.
score. Our
Credit score. It's a social credit score.
Okay.
Like China, they have it right now, and Australia with the money that's being digitalized. So basically, in a nutshell, it's a form of control over the population. So in the sense where I want to put real estate into this is that I don't want to have a plateau on my salary. I want to be able to make as much as I can to be able to buy real estate and to give it to my my kids and my wife, so that they'll have that secured. And also, because our money system is going to be completely centralized and digitalized, I don't want to have my everyday money centralized. I want to offset it and put it into decentralized platforms with the trading that I do,
Okay.
so that I
Okay, so you do
control what I
trading.
do. Yeah, so I want to control what I do with my money and not have to go through mandates to have access to my funds. In
Okay.
a nutshell,
Okay. And you don't want to pay tax.
I do want to.
Are you?
I want to be an honest citizen. I do.
Okay, that's good. That's good. So decentralized.
Yes.
I heard that. I heard that a lot. Could you tell us more about?
Sure. Centralized is when there's either the government or the platform itself. They control your funds. You don't have complete access.
Okay.
So when it's decentralized, you have more of a freedom to do what you want with your funds. So you'll, for example, if you're mining,
Yeah.
right, on a decentralized platform, you're going to need a lot of nodes to not have access to your funds.
Okay.
But when it's centralized, for example, if your money is going to be controlled by the government, and if you want to have 100% access to your funds, you'll have to do as they say eventually. But I know probably sound like a conspiracy theorist, but
But
I
you're
don't.
not too far away from that.
I don't follow mainstream media, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So yeah, decentralized is more freedom, basically.
Okay, yeah, that's good. That's good. That's good. Hey, it's I'm all good with that. So you do you mine? Are you a miner or you
No. I trade
you trade? Okay, you
Yes.
trade. Okay,
Yeah.
okay. But are you in crypto or?
Crypto, forex, and gold.
Okay, nice, nice. That's good. That's good. Uh, of course, for today, it's going to be more about
Of course.
real estate, but it would be interesting to learn more also about that. Just well, side note, is it working?
The trading,
Yeah.
it is
Yeah.
slowly.
Okay.
'Cause
Okay.
there's losses,
Yeah.
right? You don't control the market, but yes, it is working. There's
Because
good
I know that you
traction.
got to be like, just to tell you, my son, like he just lost some money and I'm like, first of all, you got to know what you're doing. You cannot just improvise and I'm gonna go into crypto and we're gonna
Mhm.
be like we're gonna make money and it's gonna be da 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 da. I told him, I said, Max, if it was that easy, I would be doing it right now. So it's not nothing's easy.
You need a system.
You need a system. You need the knowledge. You need to. But yes, that's why I was asking you. Like, I know some people are capable of making some money with that, but it's still risky. Real estate is safe
Yes. And profitable.
and profitable.
Yes.
So that's for sure. Pat, tell us before you became before you became a dad. Did you work in other companies before?
Used to work at Walmart. Used to be
Okay.
an assistant manager for Walmart for 13 years.
Oh, okay.
And
So
then I'd stopped that to become a stay-at-home dad.
okay.
So
So you were
yeah,
there for 13 years.
yeah, for 13 years. And
Okay.
before that, I was a teen. I know I look maybe a little older, but
No, no.
but in any case, I used to be a real estate, assistant manager for
Yeah.
Walmart.
Yeah.
And prior to that, I used to work for the CBC
Yeah.
as a tour guide.
Oh, tour guide.
Tour guide. So you'd have groups come in, and we'd improvise a TV show, improvise a radio
Where's
show.
that?
René Lévesque.
Yeah.
Before they did the new building,
Okay.
that tall brown one. That's
Yeah.
where I used to work in the studios downstairs. I used to work on the show La Fureur and different shows.
Oh,
you know.
yeah.
You'd greet people like an usher a little bit, and
Yeah.
then we'd do workshops for kids that came through the schools.
Oh, that's cool. That's so
Yeah.
cool. Okay, okay. I didn't know. I didn't. First time I hear about that.
Yeah.
So so after that, Walmart assistant manager. After that, stay at home.
Yep.
And what led you really to for real estate? You said social credit,
Exactly.
but was it like that main? Like, did you know any realtors? Did you ever
No.
no?
No, there was really the political aspect that got me into real estate.
Okay.
Yeah.
To own real estate.
To own real estate, to make as much as I want to, not have a plateau and be part of a corporation where you can't reach after a certain level.
Yeah, yeah. You're
top
stuck
there.
at
Yeah.
100,000 a year or something like
Yeah.
that, and there's basically no other position that could bring you somewhere else.
Exactly.
Okay, so you said real estate. I can make as much as I want.
Mhm.
I just need to work, and right now you're doing super well.
Thank you.
Yeah, you have a good month this month.
Very good month.
Very-
Just secured my fourth sale.
Wow!
in May,
Congratulations!
2 days ago,
Congratulations!
so it's I'm happy about that.
That's
And
it. That's it.
Consistent sales since the start of the year as well. So
Yeah, yeah. So
well,
and-
there's one thing you did say last year.
Yeah.
When I started my second year, and you said 2024 is going to be even better.
yeah.
And I managed. I mean, I might be off by a sale or two,
Yeah.
but I made last year's sales in the
Yeah.
first 5 months of this year. So 2024 is better.
It's better. There
Yeah,
you go.
yeah.
There you go. And also the fact that you gain experience. You're better today than you were when you started. You're more experienced. You're more skilled as you were when you first started. Your skills are always improving, and as you see, some people take a lot of time to buy or sell. Like you can follow up with people for years before they
Mhm.
make a move. So we're always looking for the best leads, the leads that are going to buy, the people that are are gonna become our client and are gonna buy within the next like week or two. We're always praying for that, but the reality is that most people take a lot of time. So that's why follow up is so important, and to have a follow up system like we do. Um, you were at another real estate agency before.
I was.
Okay. So you started your career somewhere else. How long did you stay there before
4
coming
months.
to Groupe Mackay?
4 months. Yeah.
So, I remember a bit. It's like- and I remember you texting me. I want to work in a store full of clients.
I remember that. Yeah.
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 Yeah, well, that's what you said. You know, you want a store, an empty store. You want a store full of clients. I want clients. you
I
know,
want clients.
so there you go. It says, "Come on in."
Yeah.
You know, and
I
I remember
remember.
I met you twice.
Yeah.
And the second time was the right time. You know, I wanted to.
Yeah, the first time I think you continued.
Yeah.
You did a few. I saw a few posts on Instagram or Facebook.
Yeah.
And but the post, posting is
Yeah.
doesn't bring you that much.
Yeah, I'm
joy.
a little stubborn. I wanted to, I had that
Yeah.
pride too.
Oh, yeah.
I wanted to try to make it on my own.
Yeah.
But then I quickly realized that, everything that you were doing marketing wise,
Yeah.
ad wise was exactly what I wanted to do.
Yeah.
And that's why I jumped in, because you're exactly what I needed.
Yeah.
And I'm not looking back. This is the best move for me.
Yeah. And so finally, and you're from. It's funny because you live far away. Well, not far away. From the office or from Laval, but because you're in Saint Jean, right?
Right.
But your wife has the metro in Lachine.
Yes.
And that's is that where you became aware of Groupe Mackay, or?
Exactly. And she's the one who introduced me.
Oh.
She says, "Oh, I know Francois." Well, new,
Yeah.
So through
Business-wise,
talking
yeah.
business-wise, right? So she says, "You should go see him." And I was like, "Yeah, but I got my pride. I want to continue what I'm doing."
Yeah.
And she says, "Just try, And that's how I started, little by little.
Yeah.
Getting in contact with you until I was, I was like mesmerized when I came to see you, honestly.
Yeah.
Just the fact that you walk in, people are laughing, talking, they're open, they're communicating, they're sharing.
Yeah.
You don't always see that
Yeah.
in the field. I mean, it is
Yeah.
what it is, but
Yeah. It's not always like that. Yeah.
and you're unique in what you do, and you want people to succeed, and
Right.
you're putting everything together to make sure that people do succeed.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah. Well, that's what I'm trying to do every day, making people succeed. And, my success today is totally based on the success of the people working with me, my associates, you, the other realtors. We just had Eve that came, Eve. We say Eve, right?
Sure.
Eve in
Yeah.
English? It's
Eve. Yeah.
Eve. Yeah, Eve. Yeah. So Eve was here, and she's super dedicated as a person to the team, to the company. So having great people around us is fantastic. So you started in real estate. You said, okay, so basically it's not that easy.
Mm.
You quickly saw that you needed to have an abundance of clients to make this work, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, the first year was crazy. It was madness. You make mistakes, not big mistakes, but
Yeah.
you make mistakes, and that's how you learn, right? And second,
You went out of your way to do a sell.
well,
Remember that one?
I went out of my way quite a bit.
Quite a bit.
I won the prize to the broker who travels the biggest distances. I remember that last Christmas. So, when you're doing Shawinigan all the way to Gatineau and back to Saint Jean in one day,
And the States.
and then
Ontario.
Ontario. I mean, it's but I mean, you got to learn. You got to know what
Ontario.
your boundaries are. And I'm happy that I've solidified the region that I'm working in.
Yeah.
But you do need to have a lot of clients, because not everybody wants to buy, but you need to work and have someone ready, almost readily available every week. But to have that, you must have a big turnover, and you must follow up on clients who've been asking a year away, 6 months
Yeah.
away, 3 months away. And if you just take your foot off the gas, then everything's going to slow down, and
Yeah.
you're going to be stuck for months making more phone calls and having nothing that comes in.
Exactly. Absolutely. So you need to keep that foot on the gas.
Yeah, absolutely.
You need to be consistent.
Mhm.
So, talking about that, what are probably that's part of it, but what do you think are the two most biggest quality required for a realtor?
Well, to quote a famous line,
Yes.
all you need to do is pick up that phone and start dialing.
There you go. There you go. Wolf of Wall Street.
Absolutely.
We for the people watching us, every month at Groupe Mackay, we have an evening that we call people. So it's a contest where we have some prizes, money, home evaluation that we people can win if they make enough. The person that makes the most appointments going to win. There's 3 position, and before we do that, I always put the clip of the Wolf of Wall Street and just start dialing. Pick up the phone and start dialing. So yes, that's so. This is the biggest quality. But what other quality is required? For like, what did you find that you had to, like, as a realtor? A lot of people will tell me, and I often tell people, you have to be someone that has patience. Because it's difficult when you're not too patient with clients because they don't buy as quickly, and sometimes you're like, okay, they're almost gonna buy. You've been working with them for like 100 hours, and you've showed them many properties, and they're like, this one, it like it checks all the boxes. Like it's the price they want, the location they want, the size they want, the backyard that they want. It's everything, and they're like, I'm gonna, yeah, we have to think about it. We're not too sure, and we're like, what are you not sure about? It's like it's perfect for you. It's like it's exactly what you said. What don't you like? Well, we do like it, but we're just not too sure. So you're like, okay, well, So do you feel patience is one of the quality required?
Absolutely, patience. There's a lot of factors: integrity, patience, understanding, flexibility. There's so much,
Flexibility is good. Yeah.
right? But for me,
Yeah, for you.
and it's more of a general aspect. I think it's about being disciplined and having a life regimen that
regimen.
you believe in and that you must stick to every day.
Okay.
For example, ask me to get up past 5 a.m. I can't. My body wakes up without an alarm between 3 and 4 every day. I go to bed at midnight, wake up at 3. Go to bed at 8,
What?
wake up at 3. So for me, my regimen, what works for me is wake up at 3, do my trading till about 6, do my paperwork with the office from 6 to 8, start making calls, start taking care of clients starting at 8, doing my visits up until supper time, get home supper time. If I'm done my visits, I continue my paperwork, do a little more trading, a couple more trades, a little more real estate, and then I go to bed. So it's 12 to 14-hour days.
Wow.
But between that, I'll keep some time for gym. I must go to the gym at least 4 times a week. And I got to work on my tan.
That's
I got to
good.
work on my, different things that make me feel good.
Yeah.
Because if you're going to work 12, 14 hours, you need some me time.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, I have to tell my kids, my wife, nope, it's not going to happen. It's me right now.
Yeah.
You need that.
Yeah,
If
yeah.
you don't take that time, and that first year I was going crazy, just doing 14 hours. And I was like, I got to stop,
Yeah.
take time for me,
Yeah. No, for sure.
and healthy eating at the same time.
Yeah.
You got to have
Like
these.
McDonald's, Kentucky.
Yeah. Well, a lot of fruits and vegetables,
Yeah.
healthy proteins, and that works for me. And
Yeah.
for me to be able to maintain that, I'm able to be consistent
Yeah.
and to have that patience and to have that integrity and that consistency. If I don't keep those things in line, then I go off road and it doesn't work for me.
That's it. Okay, I see what you mean. Well, that's good. That's very, very good. But how many hours do you sleep?
Well, I don't know, anywhere's between 5 and 6 hours tops.
Oh,
and,
yeah.
and I've been doing that for the last 2 years, and
Wow.
I'm good like that. It's perfect. I'm not tired. When I could be tired, but when you wake up enthusiastic,
Yeah.
you go to bed and you're like, I can't wait to get up.
Yeah.
That's my
Because
life right now.
Yeah,
That's
what's
what
gonna
I'm-
happen. You know that.
Yeah, I'm working to have that feeling when I
Right.
wake up. If you go to bed and you're tired and you're anxious and you're stressed and you're angry, you're gonna wake up and the alarm's gonna go on and you're like, oh, snooze. But me, there is no snooze. I get up, boom, I start because I'm excited about
Yeah.
the day. But you need to have a process. If you don't have that process, it's not gonna happen.
That's it. Exactly. Okay. So you've been doing that for 2 years since you're an agent.
Yep,
Yeah, because before that you were a dad at home,
exactly.
and you did not. Did you wake up early or?
No. Back then it was, wake up with the kids, make the
Yeah.
lunches, clean the house.
Hey, Marie-Josée. Yeah. Good. Who's cleaning the house now?
The kids.
The kids. My God, how do you do that? How do you get them to do that?
Well, the cost of living for free, you got to wash, you got to do your chores, take care of family.
All right. So just a message to my kids. Cool. So you started in real estate in another company. You came to Groupe Mackay. You saw the difference.
Big difference.
Big difference.
Big difference.
Yeah.
Just the atmosphere, you as a mentor, as a leader. If in my past,
Yeah.
there was not a big team spirit,
Yeah.
and I think that team spirit starts off right from the leader,
Yeah.
and it works its way down.
Yeah.
And the people that you put in place, either on our social platform Telegram or at the office, everybody's
Coaches that I put in
coaches,
place. Yeah.
right? So
Yeah.
if everybody's gonna, from the top down, everybody helps, and there's this same atmosphere all the way down.
Yeah.
It's it's good for everyone,
Yeah.
right? So that's what led me in, and that's what keeps me in, because I think that's what everyone needs.
Yeah, exactly, exactly. And concerning the and now you're seeing, like we just mentioned, the coaches. So we have coaches, we have coaching session, we have meetings. Uh, do you find that, well, you said it, the atmosphere is good, but do you find the quality of the coaching or
Oh,
or what you're receiving in terms of
absolutely.
yeah,
Every time, I mean, like you said, I've got more experience in
skills?
for
Yeah,
skills and so on. So I do ask a lot less questions, but
yeah,
there's always going to be some tough questions, and the coaches that are in place to answer you, they're spot on.
yeah,
They're spot on. So there is no doubt. And you could, I'm someone who likes to check the checker.
yeah.
So even if I get an answer from a top coach, I'm always going to go check it, because my name is on the line.
Yeah.
My license is on the line. The client's transaction is on the line. The client's on the line. I want to make sure. And you were always told, don't rely necessarily on what someone says,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So I think it's just proper integrity
Yeah.
to go check. And it's spot on. So,
Wow.
yeah.
Cool. And so you've been also. I asked you last year. I said, okay, so we got to make sure that we're using the best tools to work. Everyone's talking about AI.
Mm.
I don't remember exactly how it happened. I know. I think you told me about AI.
Yep. I came into your office,
Yes,
and I told
that's
you I
it.
wanted to do different things with some platforms with
Yeah.
our CRM that
Yeah.
we're using. And you said, yeah, for sure, go right ahead,
Yeah.
and it jumped right in
Yeah,
and started
exactly.
using
Yeah.
the tools.
And after that, I said, okay, why don't we create a group, AI,
Exactly. Yeah.
and you're gonna be our leader.
Right.
So that, and after that there was a period where we left it a bit. We're pretty busy now. We just restarted our
Right.
meetings.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's evolving. It's growing very fast. All of the AI platform. I know, like most real estate coaches are using some kind of AI to a certain extent. We see the possibilities very just the language. I'm about to start a series of kind of a not podcast, but I would say clips, video clips for Portugal, because now I speak Portuguese, right?
Nice.
Because of you.
Right.
So just so you guys, so AI, Pat's the best. Agen, right? So Agen is a platform. You record yourself in the language that you want, and it changes automatically in the language that you want. Pat, what language did you do?
For you, I did Portuguese.
Yeah.
And I got a couple posts on Facebook
For yourself, yeah.
Chinese Mandarin, German, Spanish, and they got so many other languages that you can use, and it's spot on. I mean, there's a certain protocol you got to follow to make sure it looks legit, but I mean, the language is spot on.
It's like, it's amazing. I'm like, when I look at myself talking, I'm like, it's me. It's really, well, it is me, first of all. So, but like it's crazy how it sounds like it sounds really like I'm speaking Portuguese. It's crazy.
The advancements are great, and it's just
Yeah.
going to keep getting better.
Yeah. That's cool. What else do you use a lot?
Well, we use a lot ChatGPT.
ChatGPT, yeah.
A lot of people know.
Yeah, but for what reason? Because a lot of people, we all know, most people heard about ChatGPT. But even though, like, I was speaking with someone who says, yeah, I know ChatGPT, but I don't really use it. I don't know what to do with it. I don't know what should I do with ChatGPT. So, in what sense are you using ChatGPT?
So ChatGPT, again, in a nutshell, if you put garbage in, you'll get garbage out. So if you ask ChatGPT, give me a blueberry pie recipe, It's going to give you something random, right?
Yeah.
But if you specialize in giving it special prompts
Yeah.
for it to react and answer you in a certain fashion, that's how it's going to get, really specialized in giving you different types of answers. So there's a section in ChatGPT where you can create your GPT. So you specialize. So imagine ChatGPT being this big sphere, and within the sphere, there's GPTs where these little specialties will give you something for a specific subject. So I create my own GPTs. I upload files, which I put into those GPTs, and they give me the answers based on those files. So if I want to have a specific answer on the Civil Code of Quebec,
Yeah.
I go to my Civil Code GPT, and he'll give me something based on the Civil Code.
Okay.
Right? So you can have a really complex question that you're going through a transaction without giving all the details, but enough for
Yeah.
it to understand.
Yeah.
And it's going to say, based on this and this and this, here are the next logical, legal, moral steps for you to take. But within that GPT, you have to be able to give it prompts for it to answer the way you want. Let me give you an example. Sometimes they could give you answers that are more generic,
Yeah.
because their developers have decided to have it speak a certain way. But there's prompts that you could use to say, hey, listen, think outside of the box, give me answers that are outside of what is pre-planned in you, and it's going to give it to you. It's going to warn you. It says, listen, this might not be the proper, answer or ethical way to answer, but without giving you something illegal, it'll give you another aspect where you're able to think outside of the box and bring something new to the table.
Okay.
And I think that those who do not use AI will be left behind.
Yeah.
I think you must integrate it somewhere, somehow. Some use it more than others.
Yeah.
I use it a lot.
So basically, it could be kind of your
Assistant.
assistant. Exactly. So you could say, hey, chat, I'm in the middle of an offer here.
Mm-hmm.
Promise to purchase. My client wants this. The buyer, my client is the seller. He wants this. The buyer wants that. And now we're not finding a solution to get the deal done. What do you recommend? And he's going to give you an answer.
Exactly.
So you could say, well, write up a counter proposal at this price. Wait for this. He's going to give you some kind of
Right.
answer, right?
Right.
And you could say, well, listen, my client, no. Could you do something more in favor of the buyer or in favor of or could you
Absolutely.
do something else? And he's going to come up with something.
And it's all about the prompts. It's all about how you're going to say it, the way you're going to say it, the words, everything. And it's not just by text. A lot of people, when they're in their car, because as brokers, we're often in our car, what do? Right? We check Google
Yeah.
Maps.
Yeah.
We check
Yeah.
where we're going.
Yeah.
And it's like the business is dead in a
Yeah.
way, because there's not, what are you going to do while you're driving?
Yep.
Me, I use vocal recognition on
Yeah.
ChatGPT, and I talk to ChatGPT as I'm driving. I don't lose a single moment. So everything that it's saying, I talk with it for hours sometimes.
Yeah.
I'm on the road doing visit to visit to visit.
But
Everything's
he
recorded.
speaks?
Of course.
Okay.
Of course.
I didn't use that. You see? So,
Yeah.
so
So if I go back to the office and I'm like, what did I talk about in the car? Everything's written. There's a written file on it. So you don't lose track of anything.
So, assistant for your transactions.
Mm-hmm.
Is there anything else?
Well, there's a lot of, since we have a lot of different nationalities that,
Yeah.
you click on our ads, often there's this language barrier.
Okay.
So easiest thing is to
Switch
pop
your
in,
language, yeah.
switch your language and communicate with them in
So
whatever
that-
language they speak.
So translation
Yeah.
is you're doing that with ChatGPT.
Oh, a lot. A
Okay.
lot.
Another tool that you use in AI?
Well, there's Room GPT that we
Room
have
GPT, yeah.
on our platform,
Yeah,
right?
I like it. Yeah.
Yeah. So it gives, for example, if you're visiting with your buyers
Yeah.
and they like the house, but they're not sure about the kitchen, or like, maybe I
Yeah.
should put 15, 20,000 in it. And you're like, I need to get an estimate. You don't need an estimate.
Yeah.
You pop out Room GPT or other platforms that we have that you could communicate
Right.
with us as well to find out what they are.
Yeah.
And 4 seconds later, your buyers have an idea of what it could look like.
Exactly.
Depending on the style, the model they want, the era,
Mm.
and it's going to save a lot of steps, a lot of time and money.
Absolutely. This is a tool that I use often just to play around, but and I highly recommend that to every broker to use Room GPT. It's so like people they don't always know like what's the possibilities, and when you use that, you're like, listen, you could do that like this. And we don't need. And sorry for the interior decor, the people that doing interior decoration, but
Yeah, well, it is what it
it
is.
is what it is. This is like you can see really fast what it could look like. So that's amazing. Another tool.
Yeah, there is another tool, but it's more based on lead generation. And well, lead generation, if you'd like to have maybe a certain
Yeah.
vision as to how you're going to get clients differently from our ads, I invite everyone maybe to come speak with Francois and see a little more about that one.
Yeah. That's good. That's good. So, Pat, how do you see the future of real estate?
Excelling, just getting better and better. I believe that you have to be optimistic. You have to be on top of your game. You cannot believe all the hype that you hear. You have to be informed. And I think that real estate is just going to keep getting better. But it's like any job, any subject in life, you got to push for it. You got to want it. You got to believe in it. And it is going to get better. I mean, people are going to keep wanting to rent and buy and sell. So that's not stopping.
No.
And cities are developing, they're growing. So there's no end in sight.
Exactly. Wow. So, future. So that's the future of real estate. 2024. What is it going to look like for Patrick Bates
In
in terms of helping people
helping people.
buy and sell? Yeah.
Well, definitely being proactive, being there for them.
Yeah.
I believe that all the current clients that are with me, very precise and accurate follow-ups with them, and anybody else wanting to buy from Groupe Mackay and would like to speak with me or with Francois or anyone from the team, I think it's going to be just as in day one. We're going to be available for them,
Yeah.
guide them through the whole process, take their time and not rush them into a buy,
Right.
but be there for their needs.
Hey, Pat, thank you very much for being at Ép.28. I'm very happy and proud that you're working at Groupe Mackay. Very happy to see also your progress in the company, with your achieving, your willingness to be better, to improve, to have success. You're not letting it go, and we see now a lot the results going up, and you're always there to help people. You're a big part of the team now, and so our wish is to continue the growth of our AI group, continue the growth of Patrick Bate as a realtor, eventually maybe your team, and Groupe Mackay office. Why not?
Why not? Absolutely.
So everything's possible. So I'm going to wish you all the best for this year, and very happy to be working with you. So
It was
thank
a
you
pleasure being here, Francois.
Well, thank you, Pat. Thank you, everyone, for being with us. I'm going to wish you a great weekend, and I'll see you next week. Thank you.